All right, so today we're going to create our fall hand trace. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to trace your hand. When you place your hand on your paper, you want to make sure your fingers are nice and spread. You then take your pencil, trace going around your hand like so. It's okay if some of your finger doesn't show up, you can just kind of go back with your pencil. Then what we're going to do is we're going to start to paint our hand brown. So when we do that, we're going to be using our water cup. We're using our temper cakes. Remember, they're supposed to be solid and dry. So we take our paintbrush. We're going to dip it in the water. When we're placing it in the water, we're not smashing down. Anytime you clean your paintbrush, it's a gentle stir. Notice it's just gently stirring. So I take my paintbrush. I have a wet paintbrush. I place it on my brown, gentle stirring using just the tippy toes of the paintbrush, just those tippy toes. And I start to color in my brown, moving that color around. Taking my paint, moving around. And do remember, your paintbrush is going to get thirsty, so you're going to add some more water to move that paint around. The more water you have, the more paint you have. So you just kind of keep going back between the water and the paint, filling in your tree branches and your tree trunk that looks like your hand. Okay? Once we have the brown of our tree trunk done, I'm going to come around. I'm going to then bring our warm colors, which is our yellows, our reds, our oranges, and I'm bringing these around just one at a time. So the first color I'm going to bring around is yellow. You'll want to clean your brush. When we're cleaning, we're not stabbing it down. We're gently stirring. That cleans those bristles without breaking them. I go into my yellow. I want to add that water on that yellow. If it's a little bit dirty, all you do is that water that goes on top of it will clean it off. And then I start to dab my leaves of my tree. Adding yellow, dabbing the leaves of the tree. Getting those little yellow leaves. Once the yellow leaves are on there, we're going to come around with orange. That's our other warm color because we're doing warm colors today. I add a little bit of water to my cake. I then start to dab little leaves around on my tree, making it have those fall colors, which are warm colors. Getting lots of leaves. You can have some falling down, have some on the ground. Creating your leaves from your tree. Once we have our orange, our final warm color, because we've done yellow and orange, is red. So red is our third warm color for our fall trees. We can add some red into our leaves, creating those fall colors. And we're kind of just patting it, creating some of those leaves. You can have some falling down, placing them on the ground, making our fall leaves. Once we have our fall tree completed with our leaves on the ground, we're going to create our sky. So we're going to get our blue. We want to just color the areas that are white. We're not getting into the brown of our tree trunk. We're not getting into the areas where our leaves are. We're just adding a little bit of blue in our sky. Adding that water, going around, thinking about where we are placing our colors and what our colors are. And notice, when I'm painting on the tippy toes. And if you notice, looking at my hand position, it's similar to how we hold a pencil. We're not holding it really tight. We're not wanting to break our pencil. I'm just getting any of those areas that I see that are still white and coloring it in blue. You can kind of dab with the water. Some of those areas that might still be blue in there. If you want to put some of the blue on the ground, you can. And then you can mix that with the yellow a little bit. And when we mix yellow and blue, that makes green. So we have some green grass. If you want to go back in and add any more little leaves that you might have, that you want to add after you've done your blue, you can do that to where you have your paper colored in. Notice I have blue for sky. I have my fall colors on my leaves, red, yellows, and oranges, brown for the tree trunk. I even made some green on the grass and the leaves falling down on the grass. So that completes our picture.